Hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Tonight we've come down to Elgol, down to the beach. Just have a bit of a recce, to be fair. The sunset isn't forecast to be good tonight. It's tomorrow that's meant to be quite good. So we've come down tonight more so for a recce and scouted out some locations. So we're actually staying in Elgol. It's about a 2-minute drive down from our lovely accommodation down to the beach. And we've been here for maybe 2.5 hours and just literally scouted out loads of compositions. We had some really nice light behind this rock earlier with some light rays coming down, which I think will be absolutely stunning. I've been over that side, over this side and down there. But when I was taking the images earlier, the light wasn't great, to be fair. But I think they're probably going to be a bit moody. I'm just trying to catch the waves as they were coming in and out. So high tide has been and the tide's on its way out now. And it's starting to throw it down, which is typical. But nevertheless, it's literally Monday today. We arrived on Saturday and it's done nothing but rain, which we don't mind. We've been to fairy pools and took some really nice images. And on Sunday, we just took the time to have a little bit of a recce. It's an absolute privilege to be here. There's a huge bird just flown across the water there, but it's an absolute privilege to be here. We just didn't think that we'd be able to come to this absolutely amazing island. But yeah, it's a treat and I'm so glad that we are here. So we've waited around for maybe another 15-20 minutes. The rain isn't stopped and it's getting a bit heavier, to be fair. So I think what we'll do is use tonight as a scouting bit of a mission. What I'll maybe do is put some photos up from last night just to show you what we were looking at and the compositions that we were going for. And we'll come back again tomorrow night just to hopefully capture some really lovely light. So hope you enjoyed those images from last night. I was actually really pleased with them, even though there wasn't a light in a few of them. I think the mood and the movement in the wave combined together made for some really nice images. But what a difference 24 hours makes. We've got glorious sunshine. I'm absolutely roasting. I might have to take my coat off. Super excited for tonight, really, because fingers crossed, if this cloud sticks around, we should be on for an amazing sunset. But I always say that. I'm hoping for some light, I'm hoping for some colour, so I'm trying not to jinx it. I think what will be. And we've really sort of, whether it's rained or blown a gale over the last few days, we've still been out and tried to embrace the conditions, and we're going to do the same again tonight, no matter what it does. How couldn't you in a place like this? So yeah, there's quite a few other photographers around, so we're probably going to be competing for compositions, I think. So probably need to have a look at where we want to be, and I suppose be conscious to try and get some different images than what we took last night. But super excited. So I've just done a little panel for the first shot The light on the mountains just at the minute is absolutely lovely. There's almost like a sheet of light coming through, just separating the ridges in that absolutely beautiful mountain range. So what I've done is I've started to my far left where the sun is absolutely blinding, and then just worked my way around to this cliff on the right that's just absolutely lit beautifully. I've placed the mountains pretty much in the middle, and then you've got the sky that's blue and the sea that's blue, and it's just lovely. I just wanted to try and capture that scene in full while the light was as it is. High tide is 7:15 tonight and it's 5 past. So hopefully we'll get some really lovely wave action going on in the next sort of maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So I framed another shot up of the image that was my favourite one from last night. So it's these black rocks that just lead you up to this huge rock at the edge, just looking out into the water. The sun's really, really strong, but it's casting some lovely light, maybe a little bit too harsh, but just wanted to maybe try and frame it up a little bit better. Last night there was a boat that was just out to sea creeping in frame, although I think the image from last night allows you to see the beautiful sun rays that were coming through that moody sky. So I may well try and take a few shots of this tonight, because I do think it's a really nice composition. The water's sort of coming in between these little channels, and when it does, it creates that lovely white colour in between the rocks, and that's just lovely, really, really nice. So I'm going to try and get another couple of shots here, and then maybe we work our way over and come back, and again just maybe see what spot works the best. I've taken my polarizer off at the minute. Usually that stays on my lens constantly, but I think because the sun's so bright and the sky's so blue, it's casting that awful blue colour. So I've taken that off, but obviously where the rocks are wet, it's not going to work very well for that. So we'll just see how we get on. You know, it's just so, I don't even know what word to use. It just feels so, we just feel so lucky to be here. That view is just to die for, and there's nowhere else. We always say it, but there's nowhere else we'd rather be. You know, the sound of the water, the view, the sun, what more could you want? So what I'm trying to do is focus on a different composition. That ray of light that I spoke about earlier is coming through much, much stronger now, and casting some lovely light in the centre. It's just incredible. Really searched, hunted for a different composition, and at the minute settled on this one. So I've gotten a little bit higher up, and you've got these rocks, and what I'm trying to do is focus on catching that wave coming in and out. So I'm using 1/4 of a second on the shutter just to really try and create some texture in that movement. Since we last spoke to you, it's been a bit eventful. So probably for the last 30 minutes, I've been looking for a composition. I just was not happy with the one I had earlier. Sometimes when I look at the images on the back of the camera, I think, well, what was I bothered about? Why was I mithering so much? Because it was a nice shot. But we've settled on a composition, and it's a classic shot. It's this sort of, I wouldn't even know what words to describe it. The shapes on these rocks are just otherworldly. And because the sun's setting directly in front of me, it's casting some really nice light. It's probably still a little bit too harsh, to be fair. We're 20 to 9 coming up, so we've got another hour yet till sunset. But you've got this cliff rock edge that leads you out. You've obviously got that stunning mountain range in the background. You've got this great big ball, which I think they call the dinosaur egg, I think it is. You've got this diagonal rock sticking out towards this, and obviously the diagonal rocks and the triangles coming off this cliff face. So I can completely understand why it's a popular composition. We didn't actually know it was here, to be honest. We've come out the way because there is quite a few photographers over that other side, and just kept making our way around. I did initially go right down there, but with the 24 to 70 lens, you can't really get that egg, that ball in shot. The light is just coming in from the top left-hand side of the frame, and it's really, really sort of bright, but quite golden. There is quite a lot of that light that has burnt, cloud that has burnt off, sorry. So I'm not sure that we're going to get any lovely pink golden cloud. But it's just nice to be here. It's just so nice to sit, listen to the waves, the warmth on your face, and take it in. So I think I might have jinxed the sunset a little bit. There's only a real thin band of cloud just above the top of the mountains, but the light tonight has been incredible. So we're going to call it a night and pack up, head back, have a look at the images, and we'll share all those with you if we've not done already. We have enjoyed that tonight. I think the luxury is that we've got the week.
Yep, absolutely.
Usually, or the last time that we came, we just had the one night. We were staying at the north of the island, where this time we're literally two minutes away.
Yep.
So we've got the luxury this week of not putting pressure on ourselves. And at the moment, the sky above the mountains isn't doing very much. It's lighting a little, but because the mountains are now in silhouette, I think we'll come back again tomorrow, maybe go back to that same spot that we was just at and try and get the wave movement and try and get some sort of action shots down there. I am going to edit the ones that we've taken tonight and just see if there's anything that you maybe can't see on the back of the camera, a little wave popping up or something to make something of. But we've enjoyed it, haven't we?
It's been lovely.
It's been nice to sit, and I've probably said that a few times tonight. It's just nice to sit and take it in sometimes. And although I don't feel the photography has been as good tonight as it was last night when we got the real mood with the rain, and usually we wouldn't come out, but we are getting better at that. I do actually feel that last night's images are going to be better, but let us know what you think. You know, I suppose we all have different tastes, and you see things I don't, and you'll see things that we don't. So yeah, let us know what you think, and we'll see you next week. So the following evening we headed back to the same spot, but as you can see there wasn't a lot going on with the waves. We headed back across to look for some different compositions, and it was at this point we realised that things were about to change. The sky was opening up. There was a gap on the horizon just as the sun was poking through. to give us the best sunset we've ever seen. It was amazing. The colours, the light, the excitement, the rainbows, and there was nobody else on the beach except for us. We couldn't believe what was happening. We were so excited. We've just had the most incredible sunset, and there's actually a rainbow as well coming over there. The sun has just dipped in that corner. I've no microphone on or anything because it was literally a last minute dash to get down here. We've been here for 3 hours. Didn't think anything was going to happen, and just as we was coming away, it absolutely kicked off, and this is probably the best ever from this week. Probably for a long time, to be fair, for sunset. It's amazing, absolutely incredible. I'm just going to keep taking some shots because look at the rainbow.
I'll get it.
Fantastic, fantastic. Stupendous.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been